Hi, today is Wednesday, July 14th, and we have yet another limited time collection from Scentsy to talk about today. This is the Moment by Moment Wax collection. So they came out with 5 new scents. You can bundle them together or you can purchase them individually. I went ahead and got all 5, and the new bars are Welcome Little One, Graduation, Down the Aisle, Happy New Home, and Birthday Wishes. So I thought the idea behind this collection was really cute, just to kind of celebrate scent memories that we might have attached to some of these big life events. And scent memory is definitely a real thing. For example, the perfume that I wore on my wedding day was La Vie est Belle by Lancôme. So now every time I smell that perfume, it really does take me back to that day. So I do like the concept behind this collection. I was a little nervous to see what scents they would pick for which events because we all have our own scent memories attached to these events. So I thought this would be interesting to see kind of Scentsy's take on scent memory. I also feel like these bars would be perfect for gift giving. So I feel like if you have some big special occasions coming up for people in your life, these bars would be really cute to include in gifts if they like Scentsy. So this is not a first sniffs. I actually got my order yesterday and just opened the box right there and smelled them all, but I have been warming them today, so I hope that a warm review will be helpful. And I'm just going to start with the scent that I was most excited to try just based on the scent description, and that was Happy New Home. A little bit about my scent preferences. I tend to like the more fruity or citrusy scents, so I was excited to try this one. And Scentsy says bright notes of lemon blossom and mandarin settle in beneath a bright blue sky. And I have to admit, when I smelled this one on cold, I was a little disappointed because all I get is the lemon blossom. And it's actually coming across as kind of a cotton blossom or very kind of floral laundry type scent. And laundry scents are really not my favorite. They're always a little too heavy, potent, kind of headache inducing for me. And this one definitely smells like that laundry type scent. When my husband smelled this, he immediately said it smelled like downy or fabric softener, and I have to agree. So I really don't get much citrus from this. I just get kind of a heavy laundry type scent. So if you like scents like clothesline or windowsill breeze, I think that you'll probably like this. It also reminded me a little bit of Coral Waters, a new release from the spring summer catalog. This scent kind of smells like a laundry scent to me. I do get a little bit more of that aquatic vibe from Coral Waters, but something about these two smells similar to me. So I did warm this up in our upstairs guest room, and it was actually a pretty good performer there. I'd say at least a medium to medium strong, but it still smelled like laundry. And again, that's just not my scent preference. So this was a good performer. If you like laundry-like scents, I think that you will really like that one. The next scent that I was most excited to try just based on scent description alone was Down the Aisle. And Scentsy describes this as fresh, dewy greens celebrate a sweet union of watery pear and peony blossoms. And the reason I was really excited to try this one was that mention of the watery pear note. One of my favorite scents of all time is pear blossom and cucumber, and I was really hoping that I might get a similar kind of vibe from Down the Aisle. Smelling them side by side, they really don't smell anything alike. When I smell the Down the Aisle on cold, it is very, very light. I get a very kind of powdery perfuminess from this scent, and I think it's coming from the peony blossom. So it definitely is kind of a powdery floral, but it is on the light, kind of airy side. And then I do get kind of a crispness from that pear note. It's almost translating to my nose as apple. So I kind of get a powdery, floral apple perfume vibe from this scent, but it is very, very light. And I warmed 2 cubes of this up in my office, and unfortunately when it was warming it was still very light. It was noticeable, just kind of a nice light background scent. I think this one would be really nice in a bedroom or a bathroom, especially if you're kind of sensitive to scent, just because it definitely is on the lighter side. But smelling this on cold and then while it was warming, it actually reminded me of another bar called Enchanted Mist. So we haven't seen this one for a while. This was a Bring Back My Bar, I think in like 2016. But this one has notes of apple, rose petals, and jasmine. So this is kind of along the same lines, kind of an apple perfumey scent with the florals. So I'd say if you remember Enchanted Mist and like that, Down the Aisle is along the same lines. Enchanted Mist I remember being a little bit stronger, but I think if you like the kind of fruity floral scents, you should give Down the Aisle a try. All right, up next is Welcome Little One, and Scentsy describes this as soft, billowy cotton blossoms and refreshing citrus cradle a whisper of clean musk. And this is another one that is nothing like I expected it to be. This is very interesting. So I think that the bottom notes are the cotton blossoms, and it really does come across as another kind of laundry-like scent, or even like a really nice hand soap. So kind of soapy or laundry scent. But there is a very nice top note of citrus, and it's a very sweet citrus, almost candy-like to my nose. It kind of smells like sweet tarts to me, but I mostly get that kind of soapy laundry-like vibe from this. So I put 2 cubes of this in my bedroom, and I feel like those top citrus notes died off pretty quickly, and then I was just left with this kind of laundry-like scent. Something about it when it was warming actually reminded me of salted lavender from the International Wax collection, and that's funny because it doesn't mention lavender in the scent description, but there was just something about it that reminded me of that kind of clean, soapy vibe. So I'd say if you like scents like that, again, laundry-like scents or kind of clean, fresh, soapy scents, Welcome Little One actually was very pretty. I'd say it was about a medium performer in my bedroom, but not my favorite just because, again, I'm not a huge fan of the laundry scents. So the thing about Welcome Little One is that this scent doesn't really remind me of a newborn baby. When I think of newborn babies, I think of baby powder or like the Johnson & Johnson baby wash, and this really just smells like kind of a nice fresh laundry scent to me. When I think of newborn babies, scents like 100 Acre Wood are more the scents that come to mind. And this scent description is actually kind of similar. It also has cotton blossom, but this has wild jasmine and cozy vanilla, and this just feels a little bit softer, a little bit more powdery. So I think if I were going to pick a scent for a newborn baby, it would actually be something closer to 100 Acre Wood. But again, Welcome Little One is a nice laundry-like scent. All right, next up is Birthday Wishes. And Scentsy says, rainbow sugar sprinkles add a sweet surprise to comforting cake batter and whipped vanilla. And another thing you should know about my scent preferences is I'm usually not a huge fan of the bakery scents. I know a lot of people are really excited for this scent. I wasn't super excited for it, again, just because I'm not usually a bakery person, but this one is really, really nice. So on cold, I definitely get that kind of white cake batter note. There is a very nice kind of rich, sweet vanilla scent to this as well. It kind of smells like vanilla frosting. So I actually really, really like that one on cold. I think a lot of people were interested to see how this would compare to Happy Birthday. And I do have a bar of that here. So Happy Birthday, sometimes I can get kind of a little chocolate vibe from this. So I'd say maybe about 25% chocolate cake, 75% white cake, so kind of like a marble cake. And smelling them side by side, I can definitely pick up that chocolate note right now. So with this, I get more of that kind of cake batter note, With birthday wishes, I'd say I get the white cake batter from Happy Birthday mixed with vanilla bean buttercream. So I think if you like bakery scents, if you like those sweet cake or cupcake like scents, you definitely have to give birthday wishes a try. I have it warming here in this room, so I put 2 cubes in those warmers back there. This one seems to kind of die off in intensity pretty quickly, but I'd say when it was going at full strength, it was at least about a medium. Right now, I'd say it might be kind of a light medium, and it's just been warming probably for about 12 hours. So I don't know if this is the best performer. I definitely want to try it in another space, but again, I'd say if you like bakery, you won't be disappointed with birthday wishes. All right, and finally, the scent that I was probably most nervous about was Graduation. Scentsy describes this as crisp apple, adds a fresh perspective to rich suede leather and vintage musk. So apple, leather, and musk. I thought that sounded like a very odd combination, and on first sniffs, this definitely smelled very strange. I was immediately hit with that leather note. So it's kind of the same leather that's in Saddle Up or Weathered Leather, but there's also a very noticeable, very present kind of perfumey muskiness to this. So a lot of the leather, a lot of the muskiness, and then in the very, very background, just a tiny little hint of kind of a sweet apple note. It almost comes across as a little maple-like to me. So smelling this on cold, I'd say that it's probably most similar to Saddle Up. I don't have a bar of that, but I'd say that Graduation is kind of a lighter in intensity, perfumier, musky version of Saddle Up. So I think you have to like those leather scents. You have to like musk to like this scent. And then I'd say there might be about 1% like maple apple bourbon or vanilla suede just kind of hiding in the background there. This one did surprise me when I warmed it though. So I warmed 2 cubes in our downstairs guest room, and it definitely mellowed out when I was warming it. When it was warming, it kind of came across just more as like a sophisticated amber-like scent. It was very light though. I actually had to close the bedroom door in order to smell it. So a lot more pleasant when it was warming, kind of a light, musky, leathery amber scent. Very, very light though. I don't know if this would be a repurchase for me. So now that I've had a chance to warm these, my favorites were actually quite different from what I thought they would be. Just based on kind of scent appeal alone, I was actually very impressed with Birthday Wishes, especially since I don't tend to like a lot of the bakery scents, but this one is really, really pleasant, and I actually think I will enjoy finishing that one out. I also liked Down the Aisle, even though it was really, really light. It was still very pleasant, and I think that I will enjoy using this one in my bedroom. Welcome Little One was not offensive. It is kind of on the laundry or soapy side of things. This smells kind of like something that would have been in the Catching Z's collection. Very pleasant, but I just don't think would be a repurchase for me. Graduation actually surprised me when I was warming it. It definitely mellowed out, was definitely a lot more pleasant than when I first smelled it, but again, probably not a repurchase. And then Happy New Home, just based on scent appeal, is probably my least favorite, just because it is one of those kind of potent laundry-like scents, just not in my scent wheelhouse. I'd say that it was probably the best performer of the bunch. So if you like laundry scents, I think you definitely should give Happy New Home a try. So that is my quick review of the Moment by Moment wax collection. I would love to know what you think of the scents, if you've had a chance to smell them, or which scents you're most excited for. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.